Hi guys, it's your girl Lala Loopy. Not quite sure about the lighting. Again, I'm in the kitchen. But as you know, I'll be wandering through the house. It's Tuesday, January something. 20th, maybe? Yesterday was MLK Day. And the kids were home on like a 4.5-day weekend. So my brains are fried. I have no idea what today is. But I'm back in the kitchen making hot tea because I'm home by myself. I'm kind of celebrating because not only were the kids home yesterday, I have Vaseline all over my face, but the husband was home yesterday too. Not that I mind, excuse me. But, you know, when you're used to being home by yourself, having everybody home on a weekday is kind of weird. So that's what was up yesterday. I'm kind of preoccupied. I'm trying to pour my crystallized beet sugar into a little bowl. I'll show you what they look like. But my sister-in-law, Nikki, gave me a bag of beet sugar to use in my tea. See? And it kind of looks like, here, I'll hold up the little bowl. Wait, just let me get one out. Boom. See? And it's just beets. It's crystallized beets, like the vegetable, and it's a natural sweetener. And when we went there for the last week of Christmas break, she wanted me to try some in this chai tea, and oh God, it was amazing. So first I tried some without putting it in my sugar, in my tea. I was like, God, it tastes like rock candy. I could just eat this by itself. And I won't lie, I'm not a beet fan. I don't like beets at all. Because I just don't. So I just poured my water in my English breakfast twining tea, and I don't feel like having a heavy tea this morning, so I dunked my bag in and I took it right out. So I'm going to put in about, that's 1 teaspoon, and I'm going to put in 2 teaspoons, about 1/2 teaspoon. So that's about 2.5 teaspoons of my crystallized beet sugar. And I'm going to sit at the table. And I'm going to have a little chatty chat with you guys. Right? So I'm trying to come up with like a morning routine that makes sense for me. Is this too much light? I think so. Let's go sit at my favorite chair in the den. So, what's been going on? Well, this really is my favorite chair in the whole world. It's the chair with the ottoman, but I moved my ottoman because we had our party. So now I'm just leaning back in the chair. I'm a little tired. This is probably not the best angle because I look like I'm going to sleep. Okay, so y'all get the best and the worst of Finkley Brown. Trying to get the light right. So, what's been happening? Okay. This is going to be kind of a venting. And I'm sorry, because normally I don't vent because I don't like to vent. You know what I'm saying? I like to stay positive and keep it positive, right? So I'll start with the good, then I'll slide into my, what the hell was that? Okay. So here it is, positive. We had the party. Okay, it was amazing. I still have my beat crystals, by the way. So remember I told you I was stressing over the party, and I was so like, oh my God, I gotta keep my house clean. I'm scrubbing cabinets. I'm dusting baseboards. I needed to do it anyway, but I was just like going crazy, and I talked about my insecurity and where it came from, and I was dealing with poor girl issues, and I needed to kind of talk myself through all of this, and I really needed to kind of deal with the fact that I had some serious inferiority issues that I really need to kind of deal with, and I just let some things go. So the party happened. My 31 Gives party happened on Saturday. I had a few people who confirmed they were coming. They dropped out, which is normal. You have to have some ascension leeway. But the people who came had a great time, and they shopped. They had some retail therapy, and I had to stand up and tell, a little bit about my journey. And I gave a really quick, short and dirty version, because these people are friends. They know what's going on with me, but I don't talk about the real of it. And I wanted them to kind of understand how it all started, because it really was kind of tit for tat for a while. So I just kind of told them, how things happened, and they didn't. Doctors were not able to connect the dots, because that's usually how lupus works. You have a series of events, and doctors are treating the events, and most doctors aren't putting them together, because you go to one doctor for one event, another doctor for a different event, and then all of a sudden, patients start putting these events together. So I told them that and things of that nature. So it was really fun though, and we made good money, and I was still out there pimping 31 gifts and on Facebook. So I did a quick video and put the link up on the video so people could still buy online. So hopefully they're still doing it. They're going to close it out today, actually. So that's cool. They're going to close everything out today, so people still have some time to buy. So that was good. The party was great. I let go of the anxiety, and oh my God, guess what? So I knew people were coming, and I had a doorbell ring, so I was going to let my guest in. And I opened the door, and the whole narcolepsy with cataplexy thing, right? So excitement, like overabundance of emotions, can cause me to literally have a cataplectic attack where I pass out, right? Like knees buckle, and I can't control myself. I pass out. Well, one of my best friends from college, Tina, and her daughter, which is a mini version of herself, and her aunt, which took care of me. Okay, granted, I met her in 1993. Oh my God. All three of them are standing at my door. I haven't seen Tina in almost 10 years. Haven't seen her daughter, Taylor, in almost 10 years. And I haven't seen Aunt Pretty, that's what I call her, in forever. In like 15 years, maybe? Okay. They're standing at the door. I had no idea they were coming. I had no clue. I open the door and I'm screeching, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And I feel myself. I feel my knees buckling. I'm shaking. And I'm like, oh, shiitake mushrooms. I'm getting ready to hit the floor. I knew it was going to happen. So I'm hugging Tina, and I'm like, no, don't pass out. Don't pass out. And so, yeah, I didn't pass out. So thank God I didn't pass out, but I felt it coming, and I was just like, oh my God, it was the best surprise ever. If no one had showed up for the party and Tina and Taylor and Aunt Pretty had stepped over my threshold, it would have been the best fundraising event ever. But they were there and the fundraising event took place. So it really was fun, and I learned a great lesson. Stop stressing over stuff. No one cared what my house looked like, although they said, "Gosh, Vicky, you have a beautiful home. How do you keep the house so clean? 3 kids, a dog, a husband. We heard you got a guinea pig. You put this. How are you doing this?" So lots of compliments, and I was just like, stop stressing. You know, everything's okay. So I learned a really great lesson with the party. So it was good. I crashed Saturday and all Sunday. I didn't do anything. I stayed in the bed all Sunday. In fact, I slept until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. It was so sad. But my body said, no, you're not getting out of bed yet. And so I didn't get out of bed. I listened to my body, and I didn't get out of bed. And I needed to rest, so I didn't. Usually I feel really guilty and horrible, but I didn't feel guilty or horrible. I just slept and I enjoyed it. So that was that. So Monday was a holiday, Martin Luther King, MLK Day, federal holiday. And of course the girls were home. And so everybody was tired, I think. Because, you know, it was what it was. Everybody was kind of in their rooms, and my husband was downstairs. He kind of putzed around, straightened up for me, so I wouldn't have a lot to do today. And, you know, I came downstairs haphazardly throughout the day. I loafed around a lot yesterday. Here's my "What the hell was that?" segment. Sometimes they'll show up, because sometimes that happens in my life. What the hell was that? Da 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 da. I wake up at like 11 o'clock in the morning, which, you know, whatever. I'd gotten up at 5 and 5:30, because that's what time my husband set the alarm for. And I woke up, I took a shower, and I was like, I'm going to go ahead and take my medicine for the day, because I don't want to miss my new vigil, which needs to be taken in the morning, so that I don't, you know, I'm not up all night. So I took all my medicine and drank some water, and by 6:30, I was back asleep again. Cool. So I wake back up at 11-ish, and I'm checking my phone. It's the first thing I do. And there's a message from my neurologist, my sleep specialist. And I know it's not from him, it's from his assistant, Shanika. So I'm listening to the message, and I'm not going to quote it verbatim, but it's really close because I listened to it like 40 times. Hi, Miss Finkley Brown. This is Shanika calling from, you know, Dr. So-and-so's office. Just wanted to talk with you and touch base with you about some concerns that your mom called about. For now, Dr. So-and-so has revoked your driving privileges and doesn't want you to drive until after you've had a chance to meet with him on your next doctor's appointment on the 28th. And then he wants to discuss your driving and things of that nature then. So until after you meet with him on the 28th, you're not allowed to drive your children to school anymore or pick them up because of your mother's concerns that she has relayed to him via phone conversations. please give me a call back so that we can discuss this in further details. And I was like, she's calling to prank me, because we've developed a kind of, a good relationship. I said, she's calling and playing a trick on me. She's playing. I call her back. We play phone tag. She calls me back. I was like, Shaniko, what? What is this? And I'm smiling. There's like, a smile in my voice. I was like, what is this? She was like, Miss Brinkley Brown, your mom called and spoke with Dr. So-and-so, but she called and spoke to 3 or 4 people in the suite, and of course we couldn't tell her anything, but she was very upset, and she kept saying, I've never heard of a doctor talking about giving someone with narcolepsy driving privileges, and she's worried, that if you have narcolepsy and you're driving and you get in an accident and your death or the death of your children or the death of someone else, well, if Dr. So-and-so gave you permission to drive, then that's his fault if you're in an accident, and and she's already spoken to other doctors about whether or not that's responsible, and blah blah blah. And I said, what the hell was that? See, isn't that a what the hell was that moment? Who does that? I was so irate. Who does that? I understand a mother's concern. I understand that mothers worry. I'm a mother. I worry. If my daughter was diagnosed with narcolepsy, with cataplexy, oh my God, and she had to go to school every day and she had to maneuver around in the world, oh my God, I'd be so worried. But I would also trust my daughter's doctor. I would trust my daughter. If my daughter was 41, I would trust my daughter and my daughter's doctor. If, my oldest daughter's 15, and if she was diagnosed with narcolepsy at 15, God forbid, with cataplexy, it's a different story because she's a child and she's a minor, and I would be 100% responsible for her. So it's a different situation. I would have to go back there with her and the doctor. I would have to set up I would have to set up things for her in school and make sure her teachers understood what was going on with her, and that she understood certain things couldn't be done and she couldn't engage in certain behaviors, and there would be things that had to be in place for her because she's a minor and she's in a different situation. I am an adult. I know my limitations. I know what my doctor told me I could and couldn't do. I can set my own boundaries. I know what I have to do to keep not only myself safe, but my children. What mother in her right mind would put her children in harm's way just because? I was so livid. I was so irate. And I was like, okay. I called my mother, and I should first say that my mother does have some, my mother's bipolar, and sometimes her meds, when doctors are trying to tinker with them, try something new, play around with dosage, things of that nature. Sometimes things get a little weird. So I said, well, I noticed that her behavior was a little weird when she came to the party. And I said, well, maybe this is, in response to her medication. And I called her and I asked her about it, and it was around, and I said, yeah, fine, in response to medication, fine, I understand all of that. what the hell was that? And even though I know that what she did was because her medication is off, and it was because of her illness, that, her irrational fear and worry that was caused by her mania in response to her bipolar disorder. I know that all of this came from that place. Her calling my doctors, her engaging in this craziness and disrupting my life. And, I know all of it came from her sickness. It doesn't lessen my ire. It doesn't lessen my anger. It doesn't, I don't know. I feel like there has been a break in our trust. My mother has been my sole system of support. I tell her everything. I lean on her. I trust her. I call her when, Mom, I just need to talk. Mom, I'm not feeling well. Can you get the girls for me? Mom, I'm really, really tired today. Can you come over and stay with the girls so I can get a nap in? And now I just feel like I can't trust her with that information. I can't talk to her about what's happening to me, especially with my narcolepsy and the cataplexy that comes along with it. Now I feel like I can't go to her and tell her what my doctors are saying about my lupus or anything. I just feel like she's stockpiling this information, and when she wants to use it against me, to call the doctor or, tell my aunts or my brothers that I shouldn't be doing this or I'm not capable of doing that. Like, I don't trust her with this stuff anymore. And I feel like I'm going to have to, I feel like now I'm completely on my own. I can't call on Joe for everything because he really is, he has to take care of us. Financially, he can't do it all, And so my road dog homie, the one that, we were tearing up the street together because I can't drive very far. My only source of freedom in driving was getting my kids to school and bringing them home. And she hasn't wanted me to do that forever. I'm like, that's all I get to do. And I don't know. She wants me to talk to her like nothing's happened. She apologized and she thinks that's all. And I can't. Because I'm really very angry and I'm very hurt. I don't know what to say to her. I don't know how to feel about what she did. When I notice that something's wrong with her, I notice that things are off with her, I don't call her mental health doctor and say, hey, I think my mom's medications are off and you need to round her up and put her in a padded room for 2 or 3 weeks and get her medications together. I say, Mom, I think your medications are off. You may want to call your doctor and tell him you need to come in and talk about your medication so he can get it straight. If she thought that something was wrong, All she had to do was come to me and say, Vicky, you've been looking a little tired, yada, yada, yada. Do you think maybe you need to talk to your sleep specialist about your dosage with your new vigil? Maybe so that you can get a little bit more energy, a little bit more alert. Because I'd already told her that I think I need to have my dosage upped with my new vigil, because I don't think this 150 is working. I think I need to go up to 200 because I'm still really, really tired and not alert during the day. And my naps aren't helping as much as I think they should, which is normal. I mean, I've just started new vigil. I've only been on it for 2 months. This is my second month. They had me on that Ritalin stuff, but that didn't work, remember? And I told her I'm going to have to ask in January for him to increase my dosage because this isn't working. And I told her that. So why she, and I know she can blame it on her mental illness, but she's broken something again in our relationship. And I really need her right now. And more than that, I just really enjoyed having her around. And I really loved our relationship and where it was going and how it was progressing. Because we had really gotten over a really bad place. And we were moving forward in a really, really good place. And it's just broken something in our relationship. And I know I should be able to say, Vicky, it was done because of our mental illness. You should understand that. And you should be able to forgive her and move past it. I don't know. I can't. I can't move past it because she's already suffocating with me and the fact that I have lupus and I have, Sjogren's and the fibromyalgia and I'm sorry. I totally just dozed off. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah, there you go. Vlogging with the with the narcolepsy princess. Sorry. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. I have no idea what I was talking about. You have a problem with dozing off when you have narcolepsy, when you wake up, or when you come back from a little sleep attack. That's what they're called, sleep attacks. You're a little bit confused and slightly disoriented. I have no idea what I was saying. I'll say this though, because I'm running really long. It's almost been 30 minutes. My mom hurt me and she broke my trust. And outside of my husband as far as adults go. She was my support system. And because of what she's done, I just feel like the bottom has fallen out of what's holding me up. So Joe has me. I can lean into him. I just feel like my feet are dangling and I can't find my purchase. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know. I don't have the words to say to make this better, you know? If you look at this and you have any advice, please comment. Tell me what to do. Because I love her to the moon and back. It's never gonna change. I don't know how to fix what she's broken. And I know this may sound very melodramatic. I feel like I need to put some really great Lifetime music here. But I don't know what to do. I really am at a loss. I don't know what to do or say. I don't know. And I don't know. Look at me. Your girl Lala Loopy, the queen of words, the queen of gab. I can always find something positive. You give me a pile of poop, I can say, hey, that's fertilizer. We can grow a stalk of corn in that. I can't find the positive in what my mom did. So I'm gonna go drink my tea. I probably need a nap. And I'm going to hit my altar. Seek some guidance from my ancestors. Maybe they can help me. But for now, I'm out. And you guys have a great day. Be blessed. Be a blessing to someone. Remember, there can be no beauty in the butterfly if it does not struggle to make it from its cocoon. I love you guys. Please subscribe. Please comment. I really need some comments. I need to see what you guys are thinking when you look at these videos. I need to know what you want me to talk about. I need to know what you want to hear. Share these videos with people. And yeah, I need more subscriptions. I'll be back trying to hit you guys up once a week. Until then, it's your girl Lala Loopy, living her very Lala Loopy life. Be great.